on Good Morning Texas,
Vietnamese New Year,
a Mardi Gras dog parade,
UT students talk about ghosts.
and we look at some Longhorns in love.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, Texas. It's Wednesday, February 14th. I'm Sally Co.
And I'm Rolando Hernandez. Thank you for joining GMTX on this Valentine's Day morning.
Happy Valentine's Day, Rolly!
Happy Valentine's Day to you, Sally.
What are you doing today for Valentine's Day?
Well, if you count, like, Netflix and pizza, then that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely just hanging out with my cat.
Oh,
Great
little
Valentine's.
Simba.
Yeah. So with Valentine's Day happening, we're missing out on some other holidays we need to talk about.
Oh, of course.
Yes, like just last Wednesday, UT's Vietnamese Student Association partnered with UT's Housing Division to host the first ever Vietnamese New Year celebration at J2 in Kinsolving. Students from all walks of life were able to witness and join in on traditional Vietnamese culture through food, music, and play games like Lucky Chess. There was even a surprise appearance from the Texas Dragon Dancing Team. GMTX had the chance to speak with the culture chair of VSA to find out why the New Year is so important.
So Vietnamese New Year is important because it's celebrated every year, and it's a mark for the spring season. And so it's like a way to bring in like good luck for the next year and like good health and just like good wishes.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great time. There was plenty of food, music, like a little bit of dancing going on. Not really, because it's kind of compact. But yeah, it was really great. The Dragon team was amazing. They walked around the entire hallway. It was like a great experience.
Yeah, it looked beautiful.
It extremely was. But Sally, with like all the stuff going on, I feel like we're missing out on other holidays because a lot went down. Didn't you go to Mardi Pa's this weekend?
Yes, I did!
Yeah, several UT students made the trip down to New Orleans this weekend to celebrate Mardi Gras, but many people stayed here in Austin for the first ever Mardi Pa's fundraiser. Wasn't it fun? We went out to see what it was all about.
Instead of heading to New Orleans to celebrate Mardi Gras, many dog lovers in Austin attended Grocery Pup's first ever Mardi Pa's fundraiser at Luster Pearl East on Saturday. Grocery Pup, a specialty dog food company based in Austin, hosted the event to raise money for Austin Dog Rescue and Cutie Patooties Pit Bull Rescue. However, one of the main focuses of this event was to encourage people to foster or adopt dogs in these rescue shelters.
We're trying to find fosters. Our main thing is fosters right now. We have so many dogs. Well, we've got a few in boarding. We just can't pull any more dogs until we get people to foster them. So hopefully we just meet people here that are willing to foster for us.
With the theme being Saturday Bark Fever, dogs and their owners were decked out in disco costumes. The attendees also got to enjoy Mardi Gras festivities and pup favors while listening to live music.
We came out today so the dogs could have fun, and we're expecting a lot of doggy treats for them. What I'm most excited about is drinking.
While many people came for the drinks and the treats, the main event was the Mardi Pa's parade. Many of the dogs starring in the parade were adoptable, and even a king and a queen from the benefiting rescues were featured. The parade was extra special for Ruth Stedman, the co-founder of Grocery Pup, as the event had close ties with her hometown.
So I'm originally from New Orleans, so I love Mardi Gras is actually my favorite holiday. So for this parade, the most exciting part is the dogs and their owners throwing the beads and dancing with the brass band.
Grocery Pup hopes to continue to support local rescue groups by making Mardi Pa's an annual event. For Good Morning Texas, I'm Sally Co.
Wow, Sally, that looked like so much fun. How was the event?
It was so good. It was cool because most of the dogs in the parade were adoptable and rescue dogs.
That's so cute, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really nice that they promoted something
Yeah, promote,
like that.
adopt a rescue, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So back on Valentine's Day, according to a survey conducted by Match.com, the world's largest dating company, Austin men are voted most likely to ghost women. Ghosting is the act of abruptly ending a relationship without explanation. We asked UT students their opinion on the matter.
Yes, I've ghosted a woman. Why?
Yes, I have ghosted a woman before, and I felt really bad and immature because I could have had I could have been more communicative and let her know my intentions.
No, I've never ghosted a woman.
Men are so, they just feel like if they don't get what they want there, they'll just walk away and go on to the next girl. for some reason it's just easier. And I don't think it's just Austin. I think it's the fact that we're like in a college.
Okay, a lot of times it deals with clinginess.
I don't think I've been ghosted at Austin. Like, I ghost people.
Have I been ghosted? Absolutely. I'm a little different, how I conduct myself, how I carry myself. So sometimes it can be threatening to women.
No, I don't believe I have ghosted a woman. You know, no matter who you are, man or woman, or non-binary, I think it's important for everyone to realize that you don't really owe anyone anything necessarily. It's important to, you know, communicate with people, but at the same time, if you're getting unwanted attention, not responding to someone doesn't mean you're ghosting to them necessarily.
Yeah, I've never ghosted a woman because when I interact with a female, I like to state the nature of our communication and the nature of a relationship from jump. If I like you, I like you. If you fascinate me, you fascinate me. If I just want to learn from you, I just want to learn from you. If I want to see you as a lover, I want to see you as a lover.
For those people that ghost other women's, you know, it's not right.
Oh my gosh.
That was interesting.
Yeah, so have you ever been ghosted?
Honestly, yeah, it was confusing, a little weird. Didn't know exactly what to do. Have you?
No, and I'm scared. I mean, according to Match.com, Austin people are the worst, so bound to happen,
never
right?
say never.
Yeah.
Well, going back on topic to love, we're feeling the love here at Good Morning Texas, so we thought we'd feature some love stories from our fellow Longhorns who met here on the 40 acres.
So Holt met her significant other on Tinder. They went on a date to Pluckers, but he was a foreign exchange student, so he had to go back home to Germany. They did long distance for a semester. After he graduated, they moved to New York, where they say they're very happy.
Oh, that's so cute. Who says long distance doesn't work?
I know, I mean, and she works at BuzzFeed now.
Oh, that's
so.
really interesting. That's the best job. Wow,
Yes.
okay. After meeting in high school, Ben and Sonia rekindled their love at UT and pursued a strong relationship all the way until graduation. This past 2017 fall semester, Ben got down on one knee and popped the big question to Sonia in front of the tower. To conclude their big night, they went to the same restaurant they had gone to on their first official date here on Austin on the same exact day.
That's amazing.
That's the cutest. Wow.
I
Can you say
know.
like hook 'em like in front of the tower?
Yeah,
No.
that's so cute. You know, I look forward to something like that, you know, instead of my cat. But so this is not the last one, but definitely not the least. John and Kaylee, both Texas Student Television alumni, started dating in January of 2012 and were both brought closer together when Kaylee became a news director and John became an assistant news director. After graduating, Kaylee accepted a job at ESPN, and the next year, John joined her. On April 16th, 2016, John surprised Kaylee and popped the question, where she happily said yes. They were married on May 27th, 2017 in San Antonio.
Well, that's like hashtag goals.
Yes. No, and it's definitely not a coincidence. They were meant to be.
Yeah, I hope you find your husband here at TSTV pretty soon.
TSTV to ESPN, you know. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Hannah Sauer with the day's top stories.
And we'll take a look at this week's weather forecast.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning Texas.
And we're back with Hannah Sauer in our News and Weather Center. What's the latest in the news, Hannah?
Russia is continuing to intervene in American politics. Intelligence chiefs say that the upcoming 2018 midterm elections are a prime platform for Russia to continue its attempt at weakening American faith in U.S. democracy. President Trump denies that Russia attempted to interfere in the 2016 election and that Vladimir Putin had any ties to it. Yet American intelligence agencies suggest otherwise, reporting that Russian interference has already been proven present through their scanning of American electoral systems and the use of bots. Russian interference is said to continue through the use of social media, propaganda, and other such methods. Many of the Rohingya Muslim refugees who fled from Myanmar are now finding shelter in overcrowded tents in Bangladesh, but 4 female UT engineering students are working to help. These girls are designing a trash compactor to improve sanitary conditions for these victims. Many of these refugees are living without clean water or hygiene facilities. This project is sponsored by the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. This trash compactor is a part of the Mechanical Engineering Senior Design Project. The girls plan to create a prototype and provide an instructional manual by May. This project represents the UT values that what starts here really does change the world. Many Ellsworth Kelly's Austin will be opening on this coming Sunday, February 18th. This exhibit is located right on our own UT campus near the Blanton Museum of Art and will attract many art lovers and tourists. Although structured like a chapel, Austin was created without a religious program, according to Kelly. Blanton Museum Director Simon Witshaw describes the new artwork as a landmark for the city. The building's interior contains a totem made of redwood recycled from Dell Medical School, as well as 14 black and white panels to resemble the Stations of the Cross. Jack Shear refers to it as a dedication to creativity. Austin was Kelly's last artwork before his death.
Thank you, Hannah Banana.
Wow, I really gonna go to this building.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful building, but like construction took quite a long time.
Like everywhere in UT.
Yeah, hook 'em.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the weather's nicer so we can go out and see it.
Yeah,
right?
I did hear it's supposed to warm up pretty soon.
Well, let's see. How is the weather looking, Hannah?
Thank you, Sally and Ronaldo. The recent weather has been pretty dreary, and it doesn't look like the clouds or rain will be going away anytime soon. But it may be warming up a little bit this afternoon. As we make it halfway through the week, today we will have a high of 68 and a low of 59 degrees. There's a 20% chance of rain, but otherwise it will just be a cool and cloudy day. Thursday will begin to warm up even more with a high of 76 degrees and a low of 59. It will be mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain and side winds up to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures may drop back down on Friday, as it will be a little cooler again with a high of 68 and a low of 45. But be sure to keep an umbrella handy due to a 30 increasing to 60% chance of rain as the day goes on. Hold on to those umbrellas for Saturday as it brings a 70% chance of storms. It will be chilly with highs in the 50s and lows in the 40s. Sunday brings highs into the mid-60s and lows into the mid-50s. So it looks like this week will bring in a little sun and a lot more rain. Longhorns, get those orange umbrellas ready in case you get caught in the rain. Let's hope that summer isn't too far away.
Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited for tomorrow at least.
Yeah, finally we can leave our dark, cold caves and into the real world.
Yeah, exactly. And don't go anywhere. We will get some self-defense tips coming your way.
Stay tuned for more Good Morning Texas.
So Robert Bose from Fighting Fit Boot Camp is here in studio. He will be offering a self-defense class at Gregory Gym this Sunday at 10 a.m. until 12:30 for Alpha Chi Omega's Healthy Relationships Week.
This class is $12 and all proceeds go to benefit Share Alliance, which is a merger of Austin's Children's Shelter and a safe place dedicated to ending child abuse, sexual assault, and domestic violence rights here in Austin.
So we have some questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, so why do you think this class is important for everyone to take?
Well, you know, everybody needs to be able to defend themselves.
Right.
A lot of people are in denial, but there are bad people out there, and you never know when something bad is going to happen. And being prepared for that, not necessarily being paranoid, but being ready.
Yeah, especially with all the recent crimes here on campus. Yeah.
There have been a number of assaults. There's assault down on the lake and various things, and just being prepared for that.
Yeah.
And knowing how to
extremely
protect yourself.
important.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so what are some of the different class types that you offer?
Well, we do what's called fast defense,
Okay.
which is a different type of program than what you would normally see with, you know, the standard grab, choke kind of thing. Our program is designed around putting people into situations that are real. We put people into adrenal stress, teach them how to get out of that situation, and it goes into what we call the lower brain, or the amygdala, and stays with them for life. So our classes are a one-time class so that you don't have to come back and practice or those sorts of things. It's kind of unusual.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's very unusual.
No,
so.
but I like that.
That's cool, yeah.
Okay, so then what should be the first thing you do if someone like enters your space, like dorm or apartment?
Okay, well, the first thing is always knowing your space, knowing how far you should be away from a person. Normally, if you put your arms out, 2 arms length is what you want to keep somebody you don't know.
Okay.
And the other thing is using your voice as your most powerful weapon. You know, keeping people away that you don't want to be in your space and using your voice. Predators don't want others to hear what's going on.
It's all about control and power, right?
It's right. It's about how to handle confrontation. And what we teach is what predators are looking for, how to avoid being prey. So if you know what a predator is looking for, how you stand, how you use eye contact, how you put your feet. All those things.
Predator becomes prey.
Well, the predator can pick anybody.
Yeah.
So if they go to you and go, ooh, this is going to be a problem, I'll go pick someone else. And so that's part of the training.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
So how can someone defend against someone who is bigger or stronger than you?
Like me, because I'm so small.
Exactly, and that's the key. Most martial arts classes in self-defense, including the ones I taught for 30 years, teach everybody the same.
Yeah.
Well, somebody your size and somebody your size is completely different. So our techniques are driven by what's going to stop a predator.
Right.
We're going to keep our distance, we're going to use our voice, and then when we have to, we teach 4 very basic gross motor skills that work every time. Strikes to the eyes, knee to the groin, and kick to the groin.
Oh,
wow. And the thing is our students do that full force. Bullet man, 35 pounds of body armor, comes up and grabs them, and they have to fight their way out of it using full force blows.
Oh, wow.
By you doing that, it goes into the amygdala and stays with them for life.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Okay, well, we'll be right back where we're going to actually learn some self-defense. So we'll see you guys in a
Stay
bit.
tuned. And we're back with Robert Bose from Fighting Fit, and he's ready to show us some moves.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, the key here is keeping an opponent at least 2 arms length away.
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do, and this is kind of an abbreviated version, you're going to, if you're right-handed, put your right foot back.
Okay.
If you're left-handed, put your left foot back. So you're going to bend your knees, shoulder width apart, just a comfortable stance. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands up. Okay? And this hands up, this is a universal sign for stop or back off.
Definitely.
Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to use our most powerful weapon, which is our voice.
Okay.
So we're going to start, and all we're going to say, we don't want to get into a debate with a predator.
Right.
What we want to do is send a message to a predator. We're going to use direct eye contact. We're going to keep our feet planted, and we're going to send a message to this predator. We're not going to be prey.
Okay.
Okay. So all we're going to say is back off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
And each time we're going to say it louder.
Okay.
Because predators don't want other people around.
Okay,
So
yes.
let's turn these in a little bit.
Oh, in.
Okay, right
Oh,
here.
wait. Oh,
Because
okay.
this is right here.
Right.
They're up near your face. Okay, so here we go. We're going to just say back off.
Okay.
Back,
Back
off.
off.
Get louder.
Back off.
Get louder. Back off. Okay, so that's what we did. So in the class, what we would do is we will have a woofer, a person that will come up and they'll stay two arms length away, but they will put you into adrenal stress.
Oh,
And, okay, so can we do that real quick? You want to
Okay,
do one?
sure,
Okay,
sure.
you said. Now, normally we'd have a coach on your shoulder. So,
Okay.
So we're just going to start from here.
Okay.
Predators are going to know they are going to find out who their prey are.
Okay.
They don't just pick people at random.
Right.
So they're going to come up. Now, we've already been through a bit of the scenario. I say, hey, baby, why don't you come to my van with me?
And I'll say back off.
Yes.
Okay, back off.
No, you
Louder.
need to come with me.
Back off.
No, you need to come with me.
Back off.
You're coming with me.
No, back off.
Did someone call for help? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Then the wolfer would move, and you would go to the zone of safety.
Okay.
And the key is
Yes.
always knowing where your out is. Where's your exit?
Yeah.
Where's my zone of safety?
Yes.
That's being aware of your surroundings.
Definitely.
So what would happen there is the wolfer would back off. You would have been in adrenal stress, and that would have gone into your amygdala, and that would stay with you forever as a successful event.
Wow, so it's like
Wow,
science.
yeah.
And then we would do it again, and we would get meaner.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And the
that's
third part would be
conditioning.
where we would teach you 4 basic moves that would be useful every time. You would stand, the bullet man, 35 pounds of body armor, would come and grab you with eyes would be closed, we would grab you. And the bullet man you fight the bullet man full force, strikes the eyes, full force to the groin until the bullet man goes down.
So is the bullet man a real man? Or?
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
you.
Okay.
I'm the guy you would be beating up.
Oh, okay.
And then you would go to the zone of safety. That goes into your amygdala. That stays with you forever. Whatever you learn in adrenal stress or in your amygdala stays with you forever. There's no practicing. Your brain will replay it for you over and over and over.
That's
without
amazing.
doing
That
things.
is, I had
It's
no
a-
idea,
It's
you know.
it's the cutting edge of self-defense.
Yeah.
And we'll be teaching this to hopefully 200 women. It'll be the biggest class ever done in the
Yeah.
world.
Wow, yeah.
So it'll be exciting on Sunday.
So, I mean, like, what made you want to go into teaching self-defense?
Well, I've been teaching since 1969. I've been in about 35 street fights, and what I learned was the difference between fighting on the street and fighting in the gym or in the school was completely, there was a disconnect.
Yeah.
Because when you go into adrenal stress, your cognitive brain literally shuts down. So all that stuff you learned, you know, goes
Out the
away.
window, yeah.
So the only thing that's there is here. And so what I was looking for was something that bridged that gap. And this fast defense I learned from Bill Kipp about 15 years ago. We have instructors all over the world. And so I started teaching fast defense, and I've been doing that ever since.
Wow.
And do you, like, notice a difference in the people you teach, like, from the beginning of the class to the end of the class?
It is an amazing transition. We have men and women that come in that when they have no voice, they look down, they look like prey. And they're very meek and very mild.
Yeah.
But they leave the class with a strong voice, with self-confidence, knowing that they can, it's the only class where you can walk out in 3.5 hours and be able to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So
Seems like a big confidence
it's a very rewarding thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing it for so long. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, I'm an old guy. So.
Have you been teaching, like, the same thing for this amount of time?
Well, I teach a variety of things, Krav Maga and other things, but fast defense is kind of that transition. We try to put all our students through the fast defense program, and then, you know, all martial arts is great for self-confidence, self-discipline, self-respect, all those things, fitness. But what this does is, if they only come and stay for a month, they're going to still be able to protect themselves.
Right.
And that's what this fast defense does, is it bridges that gap so that those folks that are interested in learning martial arts and studying martial arts, that's great. And over a period of time, they'll be really good fighters. But it takes time.
Right.
You have to do something 10,000 times and get better at it each time for it to go into your muscle memory.
Especially at a time of like heavy stress. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, Robert, and thank you for tuning in this morning. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Good Morning TX. I'm Rolando Hernandez.
And I'm Sally Seo. Have a wonderful day.